What's up, you guys? It's Deontay Red and Ray Podcast Show, episode 14. Episode 14. I'm on Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. I'm assuming put it on Rumble. But yeah, I'm on here to react about how the troops come to Chicago and how the Second Amendment plays a part with all of this because it's dealing with crime. So I'm gonna react to my homie Bashan, the Chicago conservative. I'm from Chicago as well, but I live in Rockford now. But I'm letting him go ahead and cook because the National Guard need to go to Chicago. They need to be there. It makes a lot of sense. 57 people got injured. I think maybe 10 died. The rest, it's ridiculous. Let's get into it.
We have reason to believe that the Trump administration has already begun staging the Texas National Guard for deployment in Illinois. I want to be very clear on this point, and I want to speak directly to the press right now. We know before anything has happened here that the Trump plan is to use any excuse to deploy armed military personnel to Chicago. If someone flings a sand,
and that's a good thing. JB Pritzker, what's the problem with that? And my thing is this, ladies and gentlemen, this is just another form of virtue signaling when it comes to Brandon Johnson. You see Pinhead Johnson in the back clearly, and JB Pritzker, who basically doesn't miss a meal. And my thing is this, and we spoke about this on Fox News. I'm pretty sure you guys saw it because it's like trending everywhere now. But these people do not understand that we have to live in these crime-infested neighborhoods on the south side, over east, on the west side. You know, these people have a police detail. They have security. They don't have to live in these places that we live. So for J.B. Pritzker to say that Trump is basically trying to do something bad when it comes to sending the National Guard to Chicago, that might be actually happening this week. So guys, buckle up because we might be seeing some troops here in Chicago, which is very, very needed, guys, because this is just absolutely getting out of control.
Sandwich at an ICE agent. Trump will try and go on TV and declare an emergency in Chicago. I'm imploring everyone, if and when that happens, do not take the bait.
Can't sleep.
Apologize for the commercial. We get the premium set up soon. So yeah, once again, for me, that's to live in Chicago. I was a barber, security, and I got a chance to just live and see it all. I'm 42 years old.
Have you ever wondered how the world's currencies are traded? The foreign exchange market, also known as the...
Yeah, I'm doing live stuff, but commercials going on, but it's all good. So yeah, to live in Chicago, I used to work on Madison and Laramie, and as a barber, I got a chance to see a lot of crime on Madison and Laramie, and people know what I'm talking about. They live in Chicago, and shout out to I think Chicago Ghetto, Two Ghetto, something like that on Facebook. I be following him or her. I don't know who the person is, but they be showing all the stuff that's going on in Chicago, and it's a mess out there. It's really a mess. The more I continue.
The Forex market is the largest and most liquid.
We have.
Well, it's not bait, fat boy, because people are dying. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people are out here dying, and you're sitting up here trying to make it seem like this is political. There's nothing political about people losing their lives. It's the same with all of the other liberal cities as well, as far as New York, St. Louis, Baltimore, Denver, Boston. And it's the same with other countries as well. Ukraine and Russia, Israel and Gaza or Hamas. Well, I'm not going to say Hamas. I'm going to just say Gaza. You know, like China and Taiwan, whatever you call it, guys, death and destruction is never the answer. I think it's always a way, and I think it's always space for people to have sit downs and basically consult their differences, and if they can come to a conclusion. But with JB Pritzker and Brandon Johnson, they don't want to do that, guys. So I'm not sure what's the problem. But let's see what Zoe Lee is talking about, guys. Let's do it.
I grew up in the suburbs, and I've never had to deal with gun violence until I was older and in my mid-20s when I moved to Chicago once my father passed away. My mother's originally from Chicago. And the fact of seeing seniors getting killed, our children getting killed, mothers getting killed, young men getting killed, and we are not getting any help at all. It's starting to become normalized, and that is not normal. I grew up.
Shout out to Zoe Lee, Fox and Friends. Man, Chicago flips red. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. They came a long way. I seen this group when they first started out, and honestly, guys, they just done a fantastic job. Absolutely fantastic job. They've been going to City Hall, confronting Brandon Johnson and the 50 aldermen on their disgrace policies and things like that. You got to give them credit. You got to give Zoe, Danny, and the crew credit, guys. And like I said, in the media, they call me.
Also in Chicago, I used to work as security on 63rd and Low on the high rises, and that was, man, something else. Something else over in that area. The South Side it's a mess. West Side's a mess, and that's a shame that JB and the governor, JB and the goofy ass mayor don't want the protection. It's all this is protection. They're not snatching nobody up just because they can, because you black or because you or whatever. No, they're getting people what they get, the criminals and the ones that's undocumented, the ones who got to or supposed to be on their gang getting their papers together. Simple shit. Get your papers right. That's all you have to do. Get your papers right. Stay sharp. Don't worry about ICE getting you. But other than that, I'm all about America first for me. You know what I'm saying? Take care of home first. Help out others after that. Other than that, come here the right way. That's all you got to do. I guess nobody comes to the border. America first, baby. Let's continue.
Danny, Mr. Dennis, and Zoe, they calling us the Four Horsemen. I kind of like the name, because other than Prosperity and a few other people like Michael Youngman, them, because I'm not counting P. Ray, bro. She's a Democrat. But other than us, yeah, there are some other conservative Republicans out there that's doing their job. That's on the, Black conservative movement. But as far as boots on the ground and in the streets, actually like getting the people to understand policies and things like that, come on, man. It's the Four Horsemen, baby. Let's do it. But let's see what Trump's talking about, guys. You already know he's not playing when it comes to sending these troops. He's definitely not. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Trump ain't joking around, guys. And I'm glad that Trump is doing this. Like I said, guys, I used to be like a huge, big Trump. So you guys remember the flag and stuff in the back. I still got my hat up there, but it's like, when it comes to the 600,000 Chinese kids, coming to America, when it comes to Ivy League schools like Harvard and such like that, Yale, those spots could have went to American kids, and I'm standing on that. That's not America first. But I digress. There are some things Trump, I'm not really approving. But when it comes to this, sending troops to Chicago, Trump, absolutely. Sending ICE to get the illegal migrants out of our neighborhoods, absolutely. There's 100%. I'm going to always support that. So without further ado, let's see what Trump's talking about in this short clip, guys. Man, I am off today. What's going on?
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in. When you lose, look, I have an obligation. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation. I would love to have him call. I would love the governor of Illinois. I'd be honored to take his call. All he has to do is say, sir, we need help. It's out of control. And everyone knows it is. He's not kidding anyone. Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in. When you.
Right. I didn't say if. I said when. I didn't say if we're going in. Okay, guys? So when they go in, it's gonna basically have the crime down just off of appearance alone, guys, with the National Guard. Now, when it comes to the Chicago Police Department,
Yep.
If this looks anything like your phone lately, you're not.
I mean, yes, I think Lieutenant Snell sucks, but when it comes to the officers here in Chicago, they definitely do the best they can, guys. You can never, ever dispute that. Now, granted, are there cops that's just sitting in their, patrol cars for like 8 hours and then they just go home? Absolutely. Those are the cops that just need to basically either retire or be fired for sure. So, it's like when it comes to the cops, and even like, guys, I just had to call the cops like a couple days ago. Oh my God, guys. It took them a full minute for them to answer the phone. 60 seconds. I'd be dead. Well, I think my wife called. It wasn't me, but still, it took them 60 seconds for them to answer the phone. 911, what's your emergency? Hello, sir, are you there? No, bitch, I'm dead. What do you mean? It's been 60 seconds. What are you talking about? You know how much you look. Just letting you guys know, 60 seconds is a long time when someone's trying to kill you. Okay? You ever seen a Jason movie? Or Michael Myers, and he chasing you, and he's basically about to kill the person, and they've been running, and they like, what? It's only been 10 seconds? Yes. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like that in real life as well, guys. So let's check out this last clip. This is who was that handsome guy? Who was that guy? But this is the clip that has been going basically viral everywhere, guys. A lot of people has been reacting to this. Kingdom reacts. There are so many, guys. I honestly can't even count on both of my hands. But a lot of people have been reacting to this clip, guys, of Mr. Dennis, Osiris, and myself, basically letting the people of Chicago know how dangerous it is out here. And I'm going to let you guys know how dangerous it is and just how Chicago truly is after we play this clip, guys. But this is just the short version.
So it's just gone from bad to worse to disastrous.
No one really feels safe. It's impossible to feel safe in a city like this, especially with the leadership we have.
The kids nowadays, they're just wreaking havoc in all of the neighborhoods. We didn't play with guns and we didn't listen to drill rap music like at this very young age. Like these kids are carrying guns like around the ages of 8 years old, and they're killing other 8-year-old kids with guns. It's insane.
So it's just gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, guy, that is insane. Because it's like at the end of the day, guys, we got to understand what we're dealing with here. And what we're dealing with is death in Chicago. This is not okay, guys. When I mean kids is killing kids, I truly mean this. And not only they're just holding guns and stuff, they're smoking weed. I seen a child. I'm talking a literal child, a kid, smoking a blunt. Bro. This kid literally doesn't have a chance. Doesn't have a chance. No chance at all. Like Vince McMahon.
Well, the parents.
And on top of that, we're not prioritizing family with a nuclear family, I should say. Men aren't prioritizing masculinity in our community. We're not prioritizing businesses. We're not prioritizing women to basically prioritize marriage before, they let a dude explode inside of them. Yeah, we're not teaching that stuff in the Black community. Okay? And that's the problem with Negroes. And I was watching a few reactions, because I don't know why, guys. I'm starting to get famous a little bit. I don't know. Black Nick Fuentes is starting to get out there a little bit. But, I've been watching people react to my videos and stuff like that. I got the haters. I got the people that, like the videos and stuff like that. But
But yeah, the Chicago conservative, he's a real good person. I've been on his show a few times. Talked with him and Dennis. Great people, man. Check his show out. Recommend it. Once again, he's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. From Chicago. He lives in Chicago now. I've been going from Chicago about 2 years now, so he knows what's going on 100%. Him and Dennis and a few other people that we have on this podcast. So check it out. The Chicago conservative. That's my man. So let him continue.
I've been hearing a lot of people say, I don't like the Chicago conservatives' approach. What do you mean, bro? If I say 1 + 1 is 2 or 1 + 1 is fucking 2, does it change the fact that it's a objective truth? No, it does not. So for you to say, oh, your delivery is too bad and people won't listen to you because you sound like an asshole, I don't care. I honestly think majority of people come to me for, people just come to me and ask me questions. They want my opinion on things because they know I'm going to keep it real. They know I'm going to keep it a thou. Okay? So it's like, I don't have a problem with telling people the truth. I never had a problem doing that, if I'm being honest. But it's like,
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you want.
People are too sensitive when it comes to me telling you that Black people commit over 50% of the violent crimes here in America, especially in liberal cities like Chicago. I keep telling you guys that over 60, it's almost damn near 70 now. I think that number is higher now, but we're just going to stick with 67, guys, just to be on the safe side. But over 67% of Chicago believe that crime is the number one problem. And I was telling this dumbass Brandon Johnson guy, I mean, I never voted blue anywhere. I don't care about the Democratic Party at all. They can eat shit for all I care, because that's what donkeys do.
F them.
But
Fuck
I was
them.
telling this jackass that the Republican movement, the percentage in Chicago is 37%. It's actually way higher now. I think it's closer to the 42% range now. But in 2024, it was at 37%. I believe 4 years ago, it was at 12 or 13. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we got to start looking at the numbers. We got to start looking at the progression. Danny, Zoe, Chicago flips red. You got Mr. Dennis out there going crazy with the numbers and the facts and statistics, him calling out Roland Martin. I think that was hilarious. And it's like, guys, we really doing big things in Chicago now.
And also, a few months ago, me and my homie Bame, we did our own podcast. We still doing it. It's been a while, but it's called Chicago Red Pill Podcast with Bame and Deontay. Chicago Red Pill Podcast with Bame and Deontay. We on iHeartRadio. A few videos on YouTube and Rumble, but iHeartRadio. Let them finish.
And I look. A lot of people don't agree with what I say, but honestly, do I look like I care? No, I don't. I could care less, if I'm being honest with you guys. But I really do appreciate Trump doing this, guys, because none of this, when it comes to illegal migrants getting the hell out of our city because they don't belong here to begin with, coming here illegally without being vetted or documented, that is a crime within itself. I've said this many times. I said this in person. I said this on this show. I said it on Fox News. And I'm standing on that. I don't care if Javier's granddad and his son and his grandson. Look, man, Javier was illegal, okay? And honestly, I'm not really too I don't really approve of what do you call them when you have an illegal migrant that comes here
But yeah, thank you, bro, for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to cut off with him on that situation. But yeah, like he's saying, dude bogus. Dude was an immigrant, and Democrats fighting for him. They should be fighting for us, not the other people, not the other way around. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do another reaction again. This one is for Salty Cracker, and this is about a woman. She has a knife, lines at the cops with a knife. They say you should have tased her. You should have tased her. She shouldn't have lunged at the cops with a knife. That's crazy.
Put the knife down!
Welcome to Unsolved Mysteries Essays, where I got proof, right? I'm the new Robert Stack over here, and I got proof that demon possession is real. Quick, somebody call an exorcist. Here we've got Sarah Rose, rabid bitch, charges Florida officer with a knife and gets shot. Yeah, that's what happens when you charge a police officer in a non-Democrat run hellscape. This chick must be a tourist. This chick was like, here in Chicago, we always try to stab you honky cracker cops because you're white supremacists. Right? Right? Whoa. Whoa there, sweetheart. Whoa. Look at this. Breaks the window. And
Put the knife down!
They wander and everything.
y'all didn't have to shoot her.
What?
Y'all didn't have to shoot her. I'm sorry again. I'm hoping that you've got holy water. Dip them bullets in holy water. Because who the hell comes charging out of a car like that? Who, by the way, am I the only one driving around without a knife in my car? What's going on? I gotta get that one. But y'all could tased her. No. You're charging somebody with a knife. You don't get to decide how you're going to be handled.
Right.
Now y'all could have just shot the knife out of her hand. No, this police officer over here is not Annie Oakley. This isn't some sort of skill shooting event over here where I'm going to shoot cigarettes out of your hand. No, you come running at somebody with that. You're going to get shot. Of course you're going to get shot. So I don't know if this woman is alive or if this woman is dead. I do, however, know that this is demon possession. Yeah. Explain to me how this is not demon possession. How is this constantly happening? This is what happens when you
look at their face.
When you listen to all of these Beyoncé's and Cardi B's and everybody that Kamala Harris brought out onto a stage after paying them millions of dollars to get dumb libs to vote for a woman who clearly hates them. You
see what the cops got to go through? That's crazy. They yelled at her to stop, put the knife down. None of those things. But I'm gonna do another clip. I'm gonna close with that clip. And this one is about a 18-year-old single mom whose husband had died of cancer, and she's at home with her baby, and some intruders tried to get in, and she did what she's supposed to do. And this is why the Second Amendment is needed. Yep. And get to it. Let's get to it. I like Riverside way better than StreamYard. StreamYard be skipping. Hoping this not. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. It should be good. Yep, this is it, people.
If you're struggling to edit your podcast, it's not you, it's your tools. So let's check out how Riverside makes editing super simple. Your podcast transcript is here, and you just have to edit the
A single mother shot and killed 3 home invaders to protect her son.
Let me tell you a story. It's one of those stories that if you don't understand why the Second Amendment exists, you will by the end of this story. We're talking about an 18-year-old widow with a baby on her hip living in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. And on New Year's Eve, 2 men decided they were going to break into her house. And everything about her screams victim. She's too young, too vulnerable. Husband just passed away, alone with an infant. The kind of person anti-gunners will tell, just call the police and we'll be there to save you. But here's the problem with that. Sarah McKinley didn't become a statistic. She became the exact reason the Second Amendment exists. So picture this. It's dark outside. It's cold. It's New Year's Eve. The rest of the world is out drinking champagne and watching fireworks. But Sarah's sitting in a house that still smells like hospital sheets and grief because her husband just died of cancer a week earlier. She's 18. She's got a 3-month-old baby, and she's got nothing around her but miles and miles of open land. No neighbors close enough to hear a scream. No squad car sitting 5 minutes away. She's out there by herself. And then the family dog starts growling.
He was trying to tell me something. So I looked out the door and saw that it was that man.
That man was Justin Shane Martin, 24 years old. And Sarah believed he had been stalking her. And here's the kicker. He wasn't there alone. And he wasn't there empty-handed. He had a 12-inch hunting knife. We're talking about the size of knife that in close quarters might as well be a sword. And he's got his buddy with him. 2 grown men armed trying to bust into the house of an 18-year-old widow holding a baby.
I got the 12 gauge and proceeded to walk back to the bedroom with my son. He was crying at the time, so I put a bottle in his mouth, trying to get him to stop. I got a pistol and called 911 on my cell phone.
We can only imagine what their plans were. But the beautiful thing is, Sarah had other plans. Now, pause on that image for a second. She's got a shotgun in one hand, a pistol nearby, a 3-month-old baby crying in her arms, and she's on the phone with 911. Most people can't even juggle a baby bottle and a TV remote at the same time. And here this young girl in the middle of absolute terror is juggling the life of her son, 2 firearms, and a phone call to the only people who might be able to help her, but aren't anywhere close. And that's the part a lot of people don't realize. Sarah wasn't waiting 5 minutes for cops. She wasn't even waiting 10 minutes. She was out in the middle of nowhere. The nearest help was 20 minutes away. So what does that mean? It means for 20 straight minutes, she sat there listening to the sound of 2 men pounding on her door, trying to break it down over and over and over again.
The noise of the busting of the doors was worse than any part. That was the scariest. Wondering which time he hit it was going to be the time that he got in.
You ever sit in the dark waiting for something to happen? Every knock, every creak feels like it's the one. Imagine that, except you know for a fact there's 2 men outside trying to hunt you and your baby. That's where Sarah was. So she asked the dispatcher the question every mom in her position would want answered.
Yes, I've got 2 guns in my hand. Is it okay to shoot him if he comes in the store? Well, you have to do whatever you can do to protect yourself. I can't tell you that you can do that, but you do what you have to do to protect your baby.
even though the answer didn't really matter, because Sarah knew what she had to do.
I was going to have to choose him or my son, and it wasn't going to be my son, so I did what I had to do.
Now think about that exchange. Even the dispatcher couldn't legally say yes. But again, she didn't need to. Sarah knew that when the moment came and she had to protect her kid, she was going to do what she had to. And when the door finally gave way, Sarah fired. Justin Shane Martin fell dead in her living room. His friend ran like hell and later turned himself in. And the cops, they called it what it was: justified.
I would do it again. Not because I'd want to, but because of my son.
That's it right there. That's the Second Amendment. Not in some abstract legal argument, not in a debate stage soundbite, not in a history book. It's an 18-year-old widow left with nothing but grief, a baby, and forced to face down 2 armed men by herself. And the only reason she lived to tell the story and her son grew up with a mother is because she had the means to fight back. That's why I keep saying the Second Amendment isn't about hunting. It isn't about sport shooting. It's not even about recreation. It's about the most vulnerable among us having a fighting chance against tyranny, whether that tyranny be 2 men circling around your home in the middle of the night trying to break in, or the government becoming tyrannical, or foreign government becoming tyrannical and trying to interrupt our way of life here in this country. That is what the Second Amendment is about. Sarah McKinley didn't choose to be a hero that night. She chose to survive. And because of that choice, her baby still has a mom. And that's why I always talk about the militia. The militia sounds like some amorphous, grandiose concept, but it's really simple. It's the people who live in a free country having the means to come together to fight off tyranny, whether that tyranny has to be fought off by yourself in your home or collectively as a group of people coming to fight back against a tyrannical government. And that's why I created the design I Am the Militia, because it is a reminder that the militia isn't some grandiose concept that is relegated to the government. No, it's as simple as you, me, all of us coming together with our arms to protect this country. And in some moments, to protect ourselves and our families. That's what I'm the Militia stands for. So remind not only yourself, but everyone else that you are the militia. They are the militia. And I'm going to put a link in the description section of this video so you can check out the I'm the Militia hats, the shirts, the hoodies, the drinkware, you name it. And for those of you who do have a gun for self-defense, remember, the battle doesn't just stop after you've defended yourself physically. That battle continues legally, possibly. In this case, they ruled she was justified. But the dynamics of every case can change. It can be different. It may not be as clear cut. So you want some type of legal defense, some type of monetary legal backing that can help you if you have to be drugged through the court system. And that's why I say everybody should have some type of membership that gives them the ability to have access to this type of legal help. And that's why USCCA sponsors this channel. Now, I'm going to put a link in the description section of this video so you can check out that as well. One thing's for certain and 2 things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want guns.
There you have it. That's why I love America. That's why I wear this hat. Not because of Trump. No. No. I'm an American. That's the whole reason why I wear this hat. God. Jesus. That's everything. That's my king. Closing out. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe. I'm on iHeartRadio, Spotify. Thank you.